All right, to all my people who still watch wrestling, this is episode 18 of Yes, We Still Watch Wrestling. I'm Steve Dent. We got Shaq in the house. We got Chili in the house. We're coming fresh off another. I feel like last time we
Willie and
recorded.
Sigma. I just saw it. Willie and Sigma. There you go. Thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. There you go. Willie's.
Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns.
You welcome over here, my boy. You know, you welcome over here, G.
Hey, but I feel like last time we recorded, man, we was previewing. Well, actually, not previewing, recapping a premium live event. Saturday Night Live wasn't technically a premium live event.
Saturday night's main event.
Main event. I'm sorry, I keep saying live. I don't know why I keep saying live, but Saturday night's main event, man, technically wasn't a PLE, but it felt like it. So we're gonna recap that, man. We're gonna go over exactly what took place, what's about to happen. We got some AEW stuff to talk about today. Last time we didn't talk about no AEW, so we're gonna sprinkle some AEW in here, and we're gonna get straight to it, man. So let's go straight to Saturday night's main event, man. We're gonna break down the matches first, and then we're gonna give the pay-per-view a grade as a whole. I will start by saying this. I really like what they did with Saturday night's main event. Like I've always told y'all, like the number one thing that I wish they were, well, number one thing they got rid of was I hated the 3D graphics for the entrances. Couldn't stand them, right? But I always wanted them to bring back certain themes for certain PLEs and events, and I feel like they took us all the way back with Saturday night's main event, man. So loved it. But let's get to the first match, man. Drew versus Sammy. We ain't got to spend a lot of time on it because that storyline's still cooking. But what grade did y'all give the match?
B
plus. Okay. Chili, what you got?
B plus, A minus. Solid match. Checked all the boxes. Did what it had to do to start the show off.
Yeah, I gave it a B plus too.
Drew is kind of on fire right now. Though Drew is slowly creeping into becoming one of my favorite wrestler categories right now. Like he
should already be there. He should already be there.
Drew is cooking right now, dog. Drew is cooking right now.
Drew been cooking.
Sammy's been that dude, but Drew is cooking right now.
Drew been cooking all year, man. All right, next match, Liv Morgan versus Io. What do y'all give that match? What grade?
Get at a C.
Okay.
I give it a C.
B minus.
C plus. I give it a C plus.
B minus, C plus. C plus.
Shout out to Liv for getting rocked though, and continuing on the match because I'd have been concussed. Yeah,
she tough. Avoided a broken nose.
Yeah, throw the X up. Put me in the blue tent, guys. Yeah,
I guess I guess I feel differently. I gave the match a B, and to be honest with you, I feel like the match got cut short because of time. I feel like if they had 10 more minutes, like how it would be on the PLE, I feel like that could have been a match of the year candidate as far as the women's division. Like the match was pretty dope, but you could tell like they ain't have a lot of time with this event.
That's high praise, Dan.
Yeah, I love the match. I rewatched the match, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. I rewatched the match yesterday. And I loved the match, man, from start to finish, man. I loved it, man. So I gave it a B only because of the time constraint. If they had like 10 more minutes to do maybe some false finishes or whatever, I think it could have been legit. Like for the women's division, I think it legit could have been a match of the year candidate. Let's go to the next one, man. We had the triple threat match, Gunther versus Priest versus Finn, which I give in the match.
I like that match. I like that match a lot. The ending kind of caught me off guard. Like Gunther was let me stop playing with y'all. Powerbomb on the stairs.
Yeah,
come here, little nigga. Powerbomb your ass too.
And shout out to them for recovering because that powerbomb got a little dicey when when Damien's foot got caught. Yeah, his foot clipped the steps and it kind of messed up the momentum.
Yeah, they say he got big praise backstage for saving that
saving that spot because it's either you're gonna drop him on his neck or you just got to drop them all together to start the spot over. So, so shout out to, but I'll give that match a B plus, A minus. It was a good match, very good match, very
if
solid.
I'm giving Sammy Drew a B plus, it's
same. I agree to saying A minus for sure.
Never mind. C word. Here go there with the C word.
No. It wasn't a classic match on this card. There wasn't a classic match on this card.
All right, just making sure.
But I'm between that and another match that we gotta talk about for match of the night. But yeah,
it can't be the next one, so we know which one it is.
Yeah, no, it's not. Nah, it's You know what? To be honest with you, I'm a disqualify myself from the Nets, giving the Nets match a grade because I didn't even watch it. I fast forward to the end. I'm gonna be honest with you. I fast forward to the end. 'Cause I was already I was out at an event, so when I came back, Saturday night main event was already over. So I wanted to
you
say
should
get
have
to the
said
good
that.
stuff.
Hopefully the group chat ain't ruined that for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I already knew, but I told you I already knew who was gonna win the match. See, I got the WrestleFeed app, so WrestleFeed they said spoiler alert for who they plan on winning, and
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I love that. That's on my alley.
I had to see it because if it was based on
That's Willie Big Brother name right there. Big Brother spoiler alert right there.
That's how I be knowing this stuff because of WrestleFeed said all the alerts are spoilers. Matter of fact, I know what's gonna happen over next week. I know what's gonna happen.
They're not paying us now. Let's not hate them too
right.
much.
Don't get them no free. Don't get Come on, man.
Feed, if you see us, man, hey, be a sponsor for us, man. We shouting you out, man. But
hey, Dad, you can cut this part out, but take the mic back a little bit, like you mad loud. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. I can turn the volume. I can turn the volume down too. Is that better?
It's so loud, like you distorting. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna disqualify myself real quick because but what did y'all give the Chelsea Green meeting match?
Willie.
Hey man, Chelsea Green won. That's all I care about, bro. Chelsea Green won.
Bleacher Report gave it a C+. I'll say that.
I'm fine with that. C+, man.
Yeah,
I like the ending. I like how she wrapped it up off the top.
Yeah, the ending,
the finish was dope, but yeah.
The ending was dope.
I liked her gear. Shout out to her husband's gear. Fuck with Mi Chin's gear.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the HBCUs. You know, she shot her HBCU out.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that she went. I didn't know she went to Union. I didn't know she went to Union.
Yeah,
so,
I know her sister went. I didn't know she went.
She must be a little hood if she survived Union. Yeah.
Yeah, she got some gangster in her.
She from Compton. Married too. Come on now, she married too.
She from Compton. So she from Compton to Oakland, one of them. So yeah.
I don't think did I get y'all? Yeah. Oh, never mind. I said the same as Willie for the last match. And then the main event, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes.
KO was right.
Been right.
KO
been right.
Drew's right too.
KO is right.
We gonna talk about that. I don't know if Drew right. Man. Look, man. I mean,
let's not go there yet.
Okay, yeah.
We get
a lot of people are right. Yeah, a lot of people are right. We can say
KO just gone too far, but his premise is right.
You can never go too far.
His premise. I mean, I ain't about to. Like if you happen to just go on. What's the best way we can do this? So if you just so happen to be on a double date with somebody I have beef with or something like that, I ain't gonna try to end your life. You know what I mean?
Who's the person? Because some stuff is justified. If it's up, it's up.
I can't say no names up here.
Yeah,
man.
Well, you're right. Yeah,
you can't say no names up here.
You can say a name and bleep it. So like they doing a real pop it out like a real podcast.
Here, man.
We are at the 9:20 mark. Say the name.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Put the cover in the black cover box.
Say the name and bleep it.
Lips.
Cause depending on my condition, when I edit this, I might forget.
I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Cody Rhodes versus KO.
I get that match at A, man.
Yeah, same. What you get, Willie? Yeah, it was match
A minus A.
Yeah, that match is A.
Yeah, it was match of the night, man. Storytelling was dope. I mean, the match was flawless, man. It's almost up there. It's almost as good as the AJ Cody match, but not quite. I thought it was real good though. So overall pay-per-view grade. I'm gonna be honest with you, like. I like the feel of the event along with the matches. I think it was one of the better PLEs of the year. I don't know if it's top 5. I'm gonna go and reevaluate some of the other ones, but overall, I gave the card a B+. What y'all give it?
Yeah, I'm right on that B or B+. I think they had the aura right. They went with the vibe of how it used to be. Mm-hmm. Very close-knit aisles. Where the wrestler, you could legit grab at a wrestler, then that's why they had security right behind them.
Yeah,
I like that kind of
Jesse
vibe.
Ventura doesn't even need to be on commentary ever again.
Yeah. He was. He done. He cooked, man. What I would give to see Bobby Heenan just come down from heaven and be on commentary one more time, dog.
Ooh, breaking news, guys. Hold on.
What's
Michael Penix is the starter, the starter of the Falcons. And thank Jesus I picked him up in the barbershop league. Just I knew something like this was gonna happen.
Ooh, man, crazy.
Wee.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Y'all boys continue. I'm gonna go off.
You good. We're gonna wait for you, bro. You good.
A Tempest.
We're gonna wait for him. I'll cut this part out.
Ooh-wee. And
I mean, Kirk Cousins been playing like trash, bro.
Something told me last week. I was like, yo, just pick Michael Penix up, dog, just in case. Just pick him up, just in case.
You got to see what you got to see what you got. You got to get him in some playing time.
Yeah, I don't need this right now in the playoffs, though.
Yeah. Hey, man.
My God, man.
You talking? Nobody this year has had worse luck than me, man. Like, this is easily my worst year in fantasy football ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm only alive in the one league.
So that's what I get for not riding a home team, dog. Something told me, I was like, just stick with Baker. But no, the Chargers defense is very good.
That's why I bet some in my ESPN league.
I was like,
because I'm like,
but I got Jaden. I was like, I'm gonna start Jaden instead of Baker. And Jaden and Baker goes off, right?
Baker cooks.
And
Jameis Winston. I started Jameis Winston.
I know.
Nah, because Jameis
don't do those games back to back. I know better than that.
Jameis cooking. I'm like, man, against the Chiefs, man, he'll do the right thing. Man, boy got me negative 0.3.
He don't have them games back to back. But dog, I bench Baker, start Jaden, and how about Baker scores 13 more points than Jaden, and I lose by 6.
Hey Willie. I meant to ask you this too. Has the Arena League always had just 4 teams in the playoffs?
I don't know, man. I ain't been in that shit and like, man, I ain't had to worry about them problems, man. Like, I saw that shit. Okay.
It's been a long time since I've been in there, but last time I was in the Arena League, it was 18. So I was blown today when I saw that I ain't make the playoffs and I'm the 5th seed. I was like, huh?
Surprised. I was like, okay.
4 teams? Maybe I need to contact Ferg. I think that might be a mistake. Maybe
when he changed ownership to me, it reverted some shit or something. I don't know. But now I was surprised at that shit too.
Hey man, you could update that. Go ahead, put 8 teams in the playoffs, man.
Nah,
try it out. Hold on, real.
No, you can go ahead. Send it, please.
Oh my God, why did they start him? I don't need this in the playoffs.
All right, let's pick back up. So that Saturday night main event, man, we're going to switch gears. We're going to go to AEW. I'm going to specifically lean on y'all for this, even though I have an opinion about it. No, I have an opinion about it. I definitely have an opinion about it because this is very interesting. So I don't know if y'all peep game, but Toni Storm came back. I want to say it was last week or a week before. It was either last week or the week before.
It was last week.
And when she came back, when I first saw it, I'm like, she doing the Toni Storm gimmick from when we last saw her in WWE. So, which we know now WWE tremendously fumbled that bat ball with her. But I'm like, oh, she going back to that? Okay, cool. This should be cool. And then when she gave the promo, I'm like, hold up. This ain't adding right. I said, she doing like an Amnesia storyline? And then it's been reports that this is exactly what the character is. Mm-hmm. So the reports are saying that she's doing an Amnesia character, and that she's acting like she doesn't remember anything that happened before All In. Mm-hmm. She's acting like she just now joined AEW, and then eventually over time she's gonna remember what happened. She's gonna go back to time to Toni Storm. So with that being said, like, what do you? And once again, this is a report; it's not guaranteed to happen. But what do you guys think about like her character shift right now, the change, and what do you guys see for the future for Toni Storm?
I love it. I mean, that's how you keep a unique character like that fresh. It's how you keep it interesting. Same way, like, I like to just on something that's on par, I like the fact that the White Six aren't on TV every week.
Yeah, like, they don't need to be.
You do stuff like that every week. A character like that can get old very quickly. It can get stale very quick. So I like it. I like the Amnesia part, announcing that, I'm now all elite, like she hasn't been here all along. So it's cool. I like it's new, it's different, and it's something fresh. Like you said, eventually taking more, blows to the head, pause that she could revert back to the timeless character. So I dig it. I'm cool with it.
I'm a big fan of it. I agree. This is, spoiler alert, this is why she's the best women's pro wrestler in the world. Again, like, I'm going to, and I'm not trying to go too much into my her versus Rhea Ripley for the #1 wrestler this past year. But again, like, shit like that she's doing is the reason why she's my #1. Again, like, it's just genius of her.
Hey, Willie, she's my #1 too.
All right.
I knew she was. We'll get into that.
Hey,
we'll get into that.
She's great, man. She's knocking it out for work with her character work, man.
Yeah, she's amazing, man. She really is. She's dope. So she was a contender for mine too. So she's dope. But I love it. I think I never seen anything like this before. That's why I'm curious. Like, even I ain't gonna say I love it yet. Let me take that back. I'm gonna wait to see what happens, but I'm very curious. Like, I'm locked in. Like, I was literally, when we bring Rab on for our next episode, one of the conversations we're gonna have is
I don't want to talk to Rab. I don't
what he feel like is wrong with AEW.
Oh no! There's a lot wrong. There is a lot wrong with AEW, and I would never say no to that. But
one of the things I was
rabbit hole, I disagree with you. There's nothing wrong with AEW.
I know. I think
they're just having their slump, just like WWE had.
I mean, we gotta be something wrong for them to have a slump, right?
I mean, you can't help just like how shit goes. You got to have the right stories to tell and the right people to tell them.
Yeah, WWE
just don't have it right now. WWE had it.
Yeah, when they had that slump, it was more about like the compelling stories, and it just wasn't interesting, man. Like, that's why I always credit Roman for saving WWE, because I remember a specific time period where I was like, man, I'm about to go to AEW because I don't know what's going on in WWE right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, it's always been about like the characters and the storytelling, and I feel like as of late, AEW really hasn't had that. Outside of the only character, to be honest with you, I've really been invested in AEW is Christian. I want to see Christian become world heavyweight champion soon, so I'm invested in that. And with this Toni Storm change, I'm locked in with her because I'm like, this is interesting. I've never seen anything like this, so I'm interested to see where this goes. So this, I think, is pretty dope. So shout out to Toni Storm, man. I think what's going to happen next with her, eventually, I assume is going to lead to her regaining the AEW Women's World Championship back. So look forward to seeing that, man. She deserves it. Next, real quick, Shaq, this is something that you brought up Friday.
All right.
So I'm going to go straight to you. In WWE, the backstage attacks, the mysterious backstage attacks, you made a comment that you feel like is overplayed. Go into detail, my brother. The floor is yours.
I mean, what was it like now? 3 or 4 different storylines that are dealing with mysterious backstage attacks. Mm-hmm. Like, who was it? Was Jay? That was one. There's Jade, and is there one more, or is it just those?
It was what happened with the Street Profits.
What happened with the Street Profits, right? Mm-hmm. That's 3. Like, come on now, in relatively,
yeah, some backstage brawls just in general, even outside of the
brawls. Yes, but like. They cut to we need help. Yeah, we need help backstage, and then you cut to the characters just laid out.
And then I don't know what happened. Yeah. And then there was another one with Kyrie saying Monday.
You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, we going to the well too many times with the same thing.
Ain't but so many ways you can write somebody off TV, man, for a little vacation.
You just beat them down in front of the camera.
I think
either away from the cameras or in front of the camera.
My only pushback would be there's only out of the 4 Weezer's name, only one was mysterious. We still don't know who Jade Attacker was.
Right, but at the moment when it happened, we didn't know who did it. Like, I was like, damn, come on now. Like, we're going to this again.
But they still, but the other ones, they revealed it the same night.
Right.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
No, they're not Drew.
Drew was the next week. He revealed that he attacked Jay. But that night, DIY pretty much revealed that they was the ones that attacked the Street Profits.
Right.
Which, as long as it makes sense, I'm cool with it. Like, the DIY one, like, nobody saw that heel turn coming. And that one, because of the way they did it, it made sense. Drew attacking Jay, I said from the beginning he was my pick. I felt like it made sense. I felt like he was going to go on a tear, and I didn't even expect him to show up on SmackDown and attack Jimmy. And it looked like he was about to go out to Seth Monday before Sammy made the saves.
Right.
That one made sense. And then they're trying to do something with PFC. So I guess they're reaching for the stars and with that Kyrie Zane attack. So that's the one that I give you, because I guess they're just trying to do something with them. They don't want them to win. Well, Zoe Stark did advance in the Intercontinental Championship tourney for the women, so we'll see what happens with that. Justice for Shayna Baszler. You know what I'm saying?
Justice for Shayna, for real.
As long as it makes sense, I'm okay with it. As long as it makes sense, you know what I mean? But I get you though. They're on the tier of overusing it. So hopefully they don't overuse that too much. And then last but not least, man, before we get to the either or for the night, it's just got announced last night that officially it's going to be Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, January 6th, Intuit Dome, Netflix premiere of Monday Night Raw.
Now you talk about a non-PLE that looks like a damn PLE. Now,
they gotta load that show up, man. They have to.
Yeah, I wish it was on the East Coast.
Yeah, we would have drove to that, people. We would have drove to that.
That car looking crazy.
We would have been right in Rochdale Projects. They'll say, "Auntie, I'm sorry, we got guests on Monday." Yeah,
there's been a big debate online of whether this match is happening too soon. You have some people that saying, nah, it's a Netflix premiere. You know what I'm saying? Let them rock out. We don't even know what the ending going to be yet. It could be a DQ or somebody can interrupt the match. We don't know. And then you have some people saying, hell no, it should be at WrestleMania. This is a WrestleMania main event. Let them boys cook at Mania. So where do you guys stand with this? Is this match happening too soon or is it happening at the right time?
I can see both sides of the argument. Number one, like it's happening too soon. Sure, maybe, but this is a multi-billion-dollar deal that they're working with here with Netflix. And what better way to show the Netflix execs and pad the stats and say, look what we can bring to your product. Look at the amount of eyes we can bring to your products. I think this partnership is worth it. Like, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. It's all about dollars. So they're gonna have to pad this show. I think this is their magic. I think this is where The Rock comes back. I've always said that The Rock's probably not gonna come back until the Netflix. So, hey man, I understand it completely. And like you said, we don't know what's gonna happen. This match could end in a DQ. It could end in a beatdown angle to a double DQ. Then the beatdown angle, one of them's off TV for a long period of time. This can go to WrestleMania.
The match might not even start.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? So we don't know, but I agree with it being on this show because you got to pad the stats.
Chili, you go, bro.
Well, I was trying to, while y'all were talking, try and find the segment with Seth and Drew from last night. Just remember exactly what they were discussing. And I remember Seth was just talking shit to him. Basically about, you fucked up anyway, Mike. I'm going to do what you couldn't do. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I'm going to go and beat CM Punk. Yeah.
Now, what's the next pay-per-view? Royal Rumble?
It's another the Rumble, right?
It's another Saturday night's main event in January. So you got
Rumble in February.
You got Netflix on Raw January 6th, and then I think 10 days later is the second Saturday night's main event with the first one for the year, and then you got the Rumble on February 1st.
I may be reaching with this one. I think they're just fine with throwing Seth and Drew up there. I mean Seth and Punk up there. Mm-hmm. Shoot for the stars for the first event. Yeah, it's prime time. You really gotta hit the ground running with this. I would not be surprised based on that the conversation between Seth and Drew that Drew gets involved in that match. At the point, that Seth is about to win because he doesn't want Seth to be that person, be like, yo, I did what you couldn't do. And that's kind of like finish the job and end it with Punk and whatever. Because I can't remember everything that was discussed in their conversation yesterday. I remember Drew was like, hey, we're alike. And Seth was like, no, we're nothing alike. Blah, 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 blah. And
it was along the lines of like Drew was saying that they have a common enemy and that Seth knows that Drew is right about everything, and Seth was like, nah, that they need to take everybody out together, and Seth was like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying, I respect, I took down the Roman Empire before, and Seth and Jay was by my side, and I respect them, you know what I'm saying, because we've been through the fire, and he was like, the jury's out on you, and I'm about to go do what you couldn't do and beat Punk.
And so that's why, like, that whole, thank you for that. Like, that whole spill is one of those, I think, Drew is like in his ultimate hater shtick right now. Like, so, like, he's taking everything to heart. You know what I mean? Like, the slightest disrespect, Crash Out King #1. You know, like, I could see him getting involved in that match at Raw and causing a DQ of some sort, and them end up flipping that into a triple threat either at Saturday night main event or at Royal Rumble. That would be crazy. But I'm fine with it. I have no issue. They're gonna, again, like, in the process of a whole program with 2 wrestlers, they're bound to have a couple matches in between, like before the heater. You know what I mean? Before they top it off. So, like, they got to get this started at some point, and right now is the perfect time.
That was
match
crazy.
on Raw, match at the Rumble, or crazy. They're in the Rumble. I said something real suspect.
Well, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, no, Shaq caught it. The top off, that was it? Come on, son. That ain't even that bad. The blow off match.
I was trying to let it slide. Like, I was trying to let it slide, dog. I was trying to. But my brain was like, nah, that was crazy.
Wait till I get my sound effect shit right. I'm going to start hitting y'all niggas every time with some shit. Anywho.
All right, so we're going to talk, this part we're going to talk about next week, so I'm not going to dive too far into it, but it's going to be interesting if we see a Drew versus Roman match soon. It's going to be very interesting. Because Roman ain't finished mending all them relationships yet. And it's going to be interesting to see if he comes to the aid of everybody who's had his back or if he's going to focus on the Ulufala. So it's going to be very interesting, man. But in regards to the match, if people really take this into perspective, it's been slow cooking since the day, honestly, since the first promo CM Punk came back to. Like, it was Seth been interrupting him for like a solid almost year now. It's been slow cooking to the point where they was eventually going to fight soon. Did I expect the match to happen this soon? No, but I don't have a problem with it because once again, we don't know how it's going to end. It's just going to be one of the situations. My only problem with stacking the Netflix card this high and this pack like this is you got to follow it up. It's like taking a woman out on the first date. You take her to Ruth Chris. They're gonna be expecting Ruth Chris every time y'all go out. So how do you follow this up? Is it gonna be one of those situations where we dialing back to the Attitude Era where every week on TV we was getting like a pay-per-view main event? You know what I'm saying? Are they doing that now? It's gonna be very interesting to see how they follow this up. But I don't have a issue with it. I hope we don't get a clear finish. The only way I would have an issue with it is if we get a clear finish. I don't think there needs to be a clear finish until they meet at WrestleMania. That'll be my only
a clean one.
Yeah,
I'm fine if they do the Drew Punk kind of scenario. Cool, you know, give and take on some matches. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fine with them having this match. Drew and Punk had 3 matches, I think, in their rivalry.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
more than enough time for one here, one at Rumble, have a quick little rest period. Boom, Mania.
Yeah, for sure. Question though, does the main event Mania?
Night 1.
Yeah, one of the nights. Yeah, I don't see it being the Sunday show.
Long as it main event night 1, I'm cool. But they deserve the main event. We've been waiting on this match.
Whoever Cody's fighting will be the main event a night 2.
We legit been waiting on this match for years. This needs to be in the main event of night 1. Not the opener. It needs to be the main event of night 1. So, all right, well, Shaq, you got the either or?
Yes, I do have one, my friend.
What's good?
To all our new listeners and watchers out there, on this here show, we do a segment called Either Or, where I just throw a random pro wrestling scenario or question out there on the spot. Sometimes I give them a heads up if I want an in-depth analysis. But tonight, the question is, what is one pro wrestling storyline or angle that had so much potential and they fucked it up? And it just ended like, dog, why did they just do that? Give me your one. I'm gonna give you mine just to show you where I'm coming from. Mine was the higher power. When Vince was revealed as the higher power, I said, this is the dumbest shit on earth. Like, that legit makes 0 sense. They could have went in so many different directions with this, and this is what they chose to do. So mine is the higher power.
All right, so we strictly going storylines, or like, is it a situation where is it strictly storylines, or is it like?
It gotta be a storyline.
Okay, so not necessarily characters or wrestlers that they ruined their moment, but
I mean, you could try. Let's see if it fits.
With Oscar losing to Charlotte in WrestleMania count? Okay, cool. All right. I mean, the first thing that come to mind is the Hurt Business. I feel like the Hurt Business.
That's them dropping the ball. I'm like them, or just them not using them properly. What specifically? I need like to be a specific moment where you were like, "Dog, what was that? Like for what?"
It was when Bobby won, because I remember specifically watching when Bobby won, man. When Bobby won, they didn't even come in the ring and celebrate with him. Like, they were just standing on the side. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, are they about to break up the Hurt Business? And then they started the breakup process the week after. But we don't have to go with that one. Since you want a specific moment. Let me think.
I think I got one.
What you got?
Kofi Mania. They dropped the ball with that.
There we go.
Fed him to that big old white man, bro. Most disrespectful thing ever.
Blame Fox, yeah. Blame Fox, yeah.
Most disrespectful thing you could ever do, bro. The black wrestling coalition will never forgive WWE for that, man.
Crazy, bro. That was Mania. Yeah, that was insane.
They could have ran with that for a little bit, man.
Yeah,
they could have ran with that for a little bit.
I don't know, man. I might stick with Hurt Business because right now I'm drawing a blank. I don't really. Yeah, I probably needed more time for that. This probably be one of those ones where I think of something as soon as the episode ends.
Well, long. Do some content afterwards. You could drop a little separate video.
Another. I'm trying to think of one where probably it was like a tag team that they dropped the ball with.
You know, another situation that had potential. Like, it really could have been. Even though I don't. Necessarily, I wasn't a big fan of this wrestler as a wrestler, but it had the potential to be something A1. Matter of fact, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go with. I was about to say how they did Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. I didn't like how that was set up. That could have been a big time match, but I'm gonna go with Edge versus Randy and them calling that the greatest match ever. I'm gonna go with
wrestling match ever.
Yeah, the greatest wrestling match ever. That for what? Why would you name it that? You know what I'm saying?
You got to sell it somehow, man.
Nah, dog.
That was dog shit. Yeah,
that was shit.
Another one on my list was The Fiend and Seth Rollins in that Hell in the Cell.
No, The Fiend and losing to Randy Orton. Matter of fact, both times Bray lost to Randy Orton. The one at WrestleMania 33 when we went there, that made no sense. Bray had just won the title a month before. Like, that made no sense for him to lose to Randy. And then when he lost as The Fiend and Randy burnt them alive, made no sense whatsoever too.
The joint with Seth in Hell in the Cell, The Fiend should have dominated that match. And then it ended in a referee stoppage.
I would even throw in there, and this is just for me, like, Seth losing to Cody with a torn pec was kind of crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie.
It was, yo. That was
kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy to me. I mean, this Seth Rollins we talking about here, man.
Yeah, but they also don't know where they were gonna go with Cody, man. You gotta build up the baby face.
But you can justify him losing with a torn pec. Like,
you can, but now we have the ultimate. Now we have the ultimate baby face right here. Ultimate.
Crazy, dog.
I see why they did it.
Insane. But this concludes episode 18 of Yes, We Still Watch Wrestling. Y'all make sure y'all follow us, man. We on YouTube, we on Facebook, we on Instagram, TikTok, we on it all, man. So pause. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the content. I paused that. That was great execution. That was great execution. Okay, I thought about it after I said it.
That was crazy, yo.
But yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the content, man. Until next time, y'all be blessed.
Hey, man. Hey, real quick, with the first pick in the 2025 NFL football draft, the New York Football Giants select Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, baby. Tank for Shedeur. Let's go Giants, man.
It's not gonna happen, dog. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, I'm gonna stop this real quick. I'm gonna see if it keeps y'all in the studio. If it keeps y'all in the studio, then I'm gonna just hit record. If not, it might cut y'all out, and I'm gonna send y'all another link. All right, pause. Hold on. Let's see what it do.